Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show. Excited to visit right now with Dr. Dan from Sioux Falls Hypnosis. And here we are a little over a week into the new year. There's probably a bunch of people listening that set up a New Year's resolution early last week.
Yeah, they're at the gym right now.
They're either at the gym right now or maybe they already quit going, because sadly that's what happens. The first week, maybe first 2 weeks of every year, every gym not just in town, in the country, all over the place, they're packed.
Right.
And then over the course of time, it's a little less and a little less.
And everybody's had this experience because they've made those resolutions before, and it went well for a while, and then it stopped.
And the gyms know you're going to do it too. That's why they sell an annual membership.
Sure. You know, and the thing about that is I mean, and resolutions are great. Changing your life is great. Go to the gym. Change the way you eat. Do those things. The problem with it is we're still, when we make those resolutions and we make those changes and I'm going to change my life, we take into this new commitment the same way we thought about ourselves and others in the world. We take into it the same habitual responses that we have to negative experiences and difficulties and challenges and stress, and that hasn't changed. Yeah. And so we go into this new commitment with the same habits of thinking and responding and feeling that we had before, and that's where the struggle comes. Is people have made these changes, they've committed, they're into it, but then they're experiencing difficulties in life, and they're habitually responding to it in the same way. And then they're having negative experiences and their stress increases. And in an effort to get out of that, in an effort to kind of square that circle and make it okay, we do the same things we did before. Yeah. So what I always tell people, if you're going to lose weight, if you're going to get in shape, whatever it is you're going to do, keep in mind that there's generally something additional that you need to learn in there. You need to not only make changes in how you exercise and what you're doing and what you're eating and whatever the case is, but you have to have someone who can help you change how you think. Absolutely. And how you respond to stress and challenge and difficult emotions, because that's what makes the difference, and that's what sustains it over time, and that's what allows you to keep the change you've committed yourself to. And
it's almost like reprogramming, because we've done things, my wife and I have done programs where we'll do this, set program for a certain amount of time, and then when it's done, we're like, oh, look, we did really good. And then we go right back to what we used to do, right? Because we didn't really change anything other than we changed temporarily.
Right, you didn't
learn
program. To change the way you were thinking. You didn't learn to change the way you responded to boredom, to frustration, to anger, to stress. And those are the things that need to change. And really, for anybody who's listening, if you're going to make a resolution to change, you go. You do it. But keep in mind that there's generally some other things that need to be learned in there that will allow you to really keep that change and make it generative over time.
One of the things that I absolutely have noticed, my wife and I don't know if we've talked about this yet during this program, but we've been utilizing Sioux Falls Hypnosis. We've been working with you for several weeks now. And one of the things that I've noticed is like my cravings for things are completely different than they used to be. Mm-hmm. It's not because, it's like we're on a diet, but it's like my mind is not saying, hey, wouldn't that be good? And the one, I remember it was talking about how you crave water. You're constant, whatever it is. I don't think it said you're constantly thirsty, but I got to thinking while we were listening to that, I had been drinking, I don't know how many ounces one of these things is. It's a big, 33 ounces. I'd been drinking like 7 of those or 8 of those a day. Mm-hmm. And I was like, oh, hey, I have been craving water a lot. And again, kind of reprogramming and helping us fix the things that really need to be fixed. Because you can go to the gym, you can do a crash diet, you can do anything short term and get a short term response. But if you want a long term response, you got to change more than just that.
A long term response has to be a commitment followed by learning and change.
Yeah.
And again, I think the commitments, the resolutions, the actions are wonderful. It has to start there. But for everybody listening, keep in mind that when it seems like a struggle, when it seems like it's not working, when your motivation's gone, when your feelings don't match what your initial resolution or commitment was, that all that means is that there's something in there that you need to learn. You need some learning and change now in how you're thinking, how you're responding to feelings.
Absolutely.
Those are the things that, again, that's what makes it work long term.
And it's not just weight loss. At Sioux Falls Hypnosis, another big category is people who are trying to quit smoking, or people that are struggling with stress, and I suppose it's kind of anything where they're trying to change a big habit Are those the three biggies that we just talked about?
Yes, largely what I do is issues that are sort of medically oriented, weight loss, issues around that, stress reduction, issues around that, and smoking cessation. But I also do habit control, confidence, mood issues, motivation. Anytime someone is trying to change some aspect of their life.
If somebody listening is going, hey, that sounds like me, I did that resolution, I already forgot about it, how do they get a hold of you? What's the best way to connect with Sioux Falls
So you
Hypnosis?
can certainly look us up on the internet at siouxfallshypnosis.com, or you can call me directly at 605-702-6691.
Very nice. Dr. Dan, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Again, Sioux Falls Hypnosis, I'll throw a link to his page as well at facebook.com/sunnyradio and facebook.com/Sioux Falls News.